You say my wages? Because I worked hard. I worked hard on it.
Don't even have any questions on that one, do you?
No. Contract services, what is that?
Well, and actually, the wages will be better than what that says. Like, I don't know what numbers you got. I wrote numbers down here and there.
They've got the same numbers that I just gave you on that copy.
Okay, does I have the new employee on it?
I don't know, it said 165.
That's what I put in. Okay, that should have, and it'll be a little less than that because the new employee, we had discussed starting at 14 and then going up to 15, I think, and they're starting at 13 and they'll go up to 14. So that's, I mean, it's only $2,000 difference, but it's still,
See, only in government would you put the word only in
That's
front of
right.
$2,000.
Only, yeah, only 2,000, yeah.
remember, this is my first year. This is my first go about with it.
No, you're good.
That's why I write, that's what I do, Karleen. I'm a number
Look
person.
at your neat handwriting.
Oh, it's not very neat, but no, I made sure, my wife's like, what are you doing? I was like, I want to make sure if they ask me, I've got it written somewhere so I can go over things.
You're so good.
What's your contract services?
Look, that's right, my hand right here. That has Otis Elevator in it for their yearly inspection, which we've got another company that would be cheaper than that. We have to get an okay, I think David's got to go through the contract on that to look at it. But I figured if I put Otis in at 9, that would give us a better idea, because the other company's less, so that should be the most of it. It's got Johnson Control in there for their inspections. And then it has the internet, that's, comes out of my contract services, which
Oh, that's-
is $2,500 a month.
That's that imaging. That's the Milner imaging, document imaging that we did several years
I
ago.
thought the internet was that gigabit service for the courtroom.
No, the one that, the 2,500 a month that he's talking about is that imaging program that we've got with Milner.
Okay. So, where's the internet coming from? Still be coming from yours, right?
That one was one that confused me, I don't know. I just know that every month I have to take $2,500 out, and what I was told was internet.
No, that's for the imaging. That's for that image director,
How
the
much is
Milner
the
image director. It's 25,000 times 12.
2,500.
Yeah, I mean.
Don't take $25.
I'm
Sorry.
talking about internet.
30,000.
Oh, the internet.
How much is the
There
internet?
is one big ETC bill that we pay on the courthouse every month that's about 5,500 to 6,000 a month. That includes that internet service and all of that. But then I will take a portion, I don't take all of it, but I take a portion of that out and code it to the various departments. Distribute it. The
So what-
biggest,
What do we get for $2,500 a month?
it's the image director, there's several
What
departments.
they name for it, what they call it. It's Milner, it's where all of our documents are scanned in.
Stand and store, and you can go
Store.
right in and remove them, and,
Gotcha.
I can't remember the name of it.
Gotcha, I got you.
The other that's in there is mowing, we moved into there, and that was one thing that we took. Instead of hiring an extra employee and us doing the mowing, we got bids and it's cheaper. It comes out to about $7 an hour to have somebody mow all the property for us. So that was, yeah, and then there's no benefits, there's no anything like that. So that one is $16.50 a month, and that's Tabor House, Courthouse, big parking lot, Welcome Center, Dalton State College, UGA building, so that would drop if we happen to get rid of the UGA building, and CID building. And I talked to him, that's what he was charging now, and I've already talked to him, and he said he's so happy to have the county that he's not upping it for next year, so that's gonna stay the same.
Awesome.
And then the last,
Everything replaced microfilm. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
like a fish,
Microfiche, yeah.
like a fish.
then the other that's in the monthly is $180 for generators.
You've given me all I need. Just curious.
I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to make sure I had the information you needed. So that was the only thing that I think that went up, and that's probably because of the mowing getting switched, but that came down in a different area, so.
Electricity, $700 $177,020. Are we okay on that? No increase?
That was what was budgeted for 20, but we actually spent 165, I think.
I think it's just reversed. Basically for 21, but we spent for 20, 177.
The actual for 20 was 177 budget. Yeah, you're right.
Just want to make sure we're not,
Cutting ourselves.
at June 30, we'd only spent 63. I know it. Just something to look at.
See, that's where I don't.
The 165, the 165,000 that's been requested for 2022 is probably based more on what we had spent as of June 30th. We had only spent 64,000 as of June 30th, which would come out to.
Does that include 6 months or is it only 5 months?
No, it actually includes 6 months.
Okay, I'm happy
Yeah,
to.
I double checked that. So I left it, I think I probably filled that number in for Eric because, a lot of times on the utility,
Yeah, I didn't read
everybody doesn't know.
I didn't touch
I
that.
see more of that activity than they do, but I just left it at 165 because I thought that was a good number.
I would have it then.
I'm good.
How many hours does Pam work? Does she know
20.
24? 20 a
20.
week? Okay.
Yeah, and when I figured out budget for her, that's what I
I'll check
figured
your
for the 20
salary to
hours.
make sure that.
If we just get Eric to have a little more positive attitude,
Well, I know, have you looked at the,
I'm working on that.
He's always positive.
I'm trying, I told Charlie when I got the position, I said the number one thing I'm gonna do is see how much that I can save in the first year. Because there was things that we saw that were just, it just didn't make sense. So we've got things like filters are probably half the cost we were paying, light bulbs is half the cost we were paying. Belts for the machines are probably half the cost. Like I went with them, I was looking by the end of September, we're at 60% of the budget. The way I got it figured, we'll be over 100,000 saved in the budget just in 1 year. From things, I told him, I said, that's what I'm striving for is, but it was just things that, I think it got into a routine of, this is where I do this, like we did, I told him we got different HVAC people, which also brought money back to Gilmer County instead of paying people in Fannin County to do it. That was another thing I wanted to try to do is get money back. If taxpayers are paying here, I thought it was a good thing to get the money back, so we've saved money on them and
You'll never make it as a bureaucrat, will you?
probably not.
That's safe, man.
I tried,
You don't wanna be
well,
one,
and
right?
that's what everybody said, they're like, you gotta watch it. I said, well, I try to spend it like it's mine, and I'm pretty tight with my money. But no, that's,
He's very secure as a maintenance director, though.
no, I did, I told him when he offered that to me, I said, that's the one thing I wanna try to do, because I saw a lot of areas that we could save in, so.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I said, I think we probably got enough saved, I can get a brand new maintenance vehicle for the end of the year. Well, power windows, power
That's
locks.
his plan.
That was where we parted company.
He told me, I said, I was joking with him about it, and I said, we got this and this. I said, we could get a new truck. And he said, well, let me tell you about the trucks. And he said, I got one of those trucks. And he said, people come to talk to me. I had to crank the window down. I said, sir, did you have to reach to the other side to unlock it? He goes, you've got one of those trucks, don't you? I go, yep. He said, well, the good news is, when you get a new one, it'll have power windows, power locks. And that was the other thing that I told him. I don't know if you saw